Oh, we're not in the Pathfinder channel.
Oh yeah, there is a Pathfinder channel.
Or else I would have to edit the interface. There we go. Sweet.
So we gotta go beat up some people and or talk our way out of a situation.
Yep. I'm just grabbing your tokens.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was manually rolling from now on in this game because I'm tired of editing Roll20 character sheets. Fucking hell. It's obnoxious. Not into it.
That's. I feel like every time I try to do anything on my sheet, the game hangs. So
Yeah, I don't
that's
know why your thing hates it so much. Like, I've never had that problem, but it's like, for you, it's constant.
Yeah, I guess neither
For
do
me,
I.
it's League of Legends. For Pluto, it's Roll20.
right. Basically it.
Okay.
Some of my League of Legends issues have been self-inflicted. Me, like, forgetting to
Uh-huh.
turn my fan speeds up when I run a graphically intensive game.
Uh. Oh yeah, right. Older laptop. Cooling pad, man, I'm telling you.
It's not that, it's that my fans are they've been better recently, but they're sometimes really loud, so I sometimes turn one of them off. And it doesn't like that when I play League of Legends.
Cooling pad, I'm telling you. Like, seriously, they're like so fucking cheap. They got two little fans and they help pull the air from the bottom of the laptop away. So even if you only have one fan going, that's because they're noisy. The cooling pad's not gonna be noisy, and if it is, fuck, take it back. But, yeah, no, like, cooling pad was like the answer to every laptop I've ever had's problems. It's kind of sad. I don't know. Laptops just don't distribute heat very well, so cooling pads help pull that away. Because it just builds up in that area in where you're sitting.
Anyway,
Yeah, are we ready? I'm ready. Stream's ready.
I think we're waiting on Matt.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna heat up my oven. I'll be back.
All right. Is Secret Pack yet?
Secret just left.
Okay.
Yeah, we can start. My headphones are on.
Okay, yeah, so when we left off, you guys had found the set in the barn. His three courtiers had pleaded with you to come and assist them. And then Cormac saw this group coming for the... And the woman, the shrouded woman who goes by Glower, gave you guys a... she yelled out that they received word that the senator traitor was here, and that harboring him or assisting him would be something punishable.
And this guy has invisibility on, and I told him to stay near me.
What about the other three?
They do not.
Okay.
They're not the guy who's like extra being chased after. So I think I'm going to try to talk my way out of this. And if that fails, there's trial by combat.
I'm gonna cast Shield on myself. It lasts for 10 minutes. Hopefully it'll... I have another cast of it if it runs out or something, but...
Is this shed like open to the air, or is it?
No, the barn's doors are closed, I think.
Okay.
But this group moves forward.
I'll move up and I'll open the doors to speak to the Glower.
Okay, well, as they approach, whoever's outside, all 6 of these guards pull their bows out and knock an arrow. She doesn't have her
Rude.
weapons out, but she steps forward and says, "Step aside. I need to investigate this building for any evidence of the traitor."
So is Sister Maria outside? Did he open the doors, or?
Yeah, I open the doors and I say, very well. These 3 travelers asked for some assistance, and we were willing to grant it to them, but there is no traitor amongst their midst, from what I can tell. That is a low roll.
All right, well, she looks at you. And you can't really get much of a read off of her facial expressions because they're behind a mask here, a shroud. She has the guards stay outside with their weapons. And she says, "Fine, I'll make this quick." and she's gonna move past you into the barn if you allow.
I am. Does it look like she has a hand on a weapon or anything?
She doesn't currently have anything drawn or ready to draw,
Okay. Then I'll let her pass.
but she is
through.
carrying weapons.
Yeah, I understand.
I'll let her pass as well.
All right, she moves in, and Fingrim and Kudo are in there.
Yeah.
She must be really confident in her abilities to step in the middle of like all of us without like.
I mean, she doesn't know who you are, and you can only
Knows
tell
that
so much from a
would
person.
Be a pain in the ass.
It's true.
What? Well, she has a bunch of muscle with her, so no, she's feeling pretty confident. As far as she's concerned, she has you outnumbered.
Well, that's as far as she's concerned.
Well, now she sees there's the 3 NPCs there, right?
Yeah.
Then maybe the 4th if she has some way to see invisible stuff, but I don't know.
Well, she looks around right here, and she takes a cursory glance. She doesn't seem to see the invisible guy in the loft, but she's not content with that, and she asks, or well, she demands everybody to like stand aside as she begins to more closely investigate the barn.
All right.
Meh.
I'll stand off in a corner.
Okay. May we leave while you are investigating said barn?
Uh, and she says, "You may leave if you can answer a few questions for me."
Sure.
She asks you if you have seen anyone going by the name Emilo Daldamain,
Nope.
and have any of you seen a man who matches this description? We'll describe a portly but well-groomed man.
Nope.
And the courtiers, they also they shake their heads and they deny. And she folds her arms and says, well, that's to be expected. Well, it seems like I'm almost done here. Only one more thing to do. And she's going to start casting a spell.
I'm a spellcraft.
Sure, go ahead.
Oops, I double clicked that apparently.
You know that she's casting the spell Confess.
Oh.
Does that target just
What
one
does
person?
that do?
Targets a person. one creature.
Well, all right then.
Well, I'll see who she puts it on.
It's
And
gonna be you.
It's gonna be me? Okay.
Yep, give me a will save.
I guess I'm gonna roll that will save. That's not a
Ooh.
very good roll, but maybe it's good enough. What level spell
All
is
right.
Confess?
It is only a level 2 spell
Might
because
be
it's
good enough.
Inquisitors and stuff. But
Depends
yeah,
on
you
her.
don't know your you don't know her whatchamacallit. Inquisitors run off of Wisdom,
Yeah.
and if she has any other feats that improve the DCs for these. But yeah, once again, she asks you, are you telling me that you have not seen anyone that goes by the name of Emilo Dalda? And I'll tell you right now that in your case, Sister Maria, if you answer truthfully, nothing happens to you. But the 15 was not high enough to save against this. So if you do tell a lie, then you're going to take 1d6 points of damage. Or, well, per caster.
And be thickened.
And be sickened.
I guess it's per 2 caster levels. To a max of 5d6. But sickened's probably the worst part of it, honestly.
I'm gonna continue lying, and I am going to act as if I am taking no damage. And I feel fine. Give me that damage.
Okay. Okay, let's... Okay, you take 12 points of damage. And you are sickened for this many rounds. Okay. It doesn't seem like you can fool her with your bluff and all that other stuff.
Ah, initiative time.
The
30
the
wasn't
pain and
enough?
stuff is
Okay.
She has a pretty high sense of motive.
Okay. I would like
And
to scare these people.
She recognizes that you're lying to her. So she tells the others that she tells all the guards that everyone here is under arrest, and we're gonna go to initiatives at that point.
Yeah. Well, bye. They're gonna die. Wait. Oh, I'm sickened. That's why my initiative.
Yeah, it
Wait.
reduces your initiative a little bit.
What day is this on? Are we like full health stuff?
Yeah, we're full health.
You should be.
Except
Okay.
for me.
Except for Sister Maria.
Alright, then my initiative is one less. Because I am not overflowing.
Well, then that means you're the same as Fingrove. Because you're both 8.02.
Yeah. I think last it just doesn't matter anymore.
Okay. Then it looks like she's going to be the first to act. She is going to cast another spell,
Oh,
Alright,
Peter.
roll spell.
and I need Sister Maria to give me another will save.
Damn, sister, she don't like you. You talked.
I may not know what that spell is.
Uh-oh.
I
Oh.
think you actually do know what that spell is, because it's only level 2. You know that Glower is casting Hold Person.
I might be okay this time.
That is high enough to save. She is then going to draw her short sword
Okay.
and pronounce judgment on you as a swift action.
Okay.
Okay, and that's it for her. Cormac.
He's gonna 5 foot, and he's gonna cast a spell. And I wonder what spell he's gonna cast. He's gonna
I
cast
have a
Flame Strike.
feeling these guys are all gonna die.
He's gonna cast Flame Strike on him. Try to make it to where he gets all of them without gaining any of us. I don't know exactly where the center of that to make that happen.
Here should be.
He'll center it there. They all need to roll reflex saves.
Okay, but first, when they see you casting a spell, that triggers all of their readied actions.
Whoop!
And they're all going to shoot you.
Oh, they're all going on the same initiative. Ouch. I didn't realize.
I
Well,
hope you
now
have a
they
good
are.
concentration check.
Luckily, these guys' favorite enemies is orcs. Because if it was human, oh man, they might actually be a problem. Okay, so we've got 6 attacks. I'm just going to read them off and you tell me if they hit or not. First attack, 20.
That's a miss.
Okay. 24.
That's a hit.
All right. You're going to take 9 points of damage.
All right.
All right. Here comes the fourth attack. 20. That'll probably miss. Fifth attack. That's a 17 miss. And the last attack, a 21.
That misses as well.
Okay.
So I need to roll 1 concentration.
It's gonna be because it's gonna be DC 10 plus the damage, which was 9 plus spell.
Yeah, 24 is a makeable concentration.
Yeah.
Concentration is just your caster level, right?
Well, it's caster level plus your modifier
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
and combat casting if you have it.
Well, combat casting actually doesn't apply to this. It's specifically
Okay, you get it.
good. Combat casting specifically for casting defensively or while grappled. It's kind of a
Alright,
wonky
so-
thing, but
You flame strike. What's the
Yep.
DC for it?
DC 20.
All right, let's see how they do. Let's see, that's 1 fail, 2 succeed, 3 is, what was it?
20.
20. 3 is a succeed, 4 is a fail, 5 is a succeed, and 6 is a. All right, 38 points of damage. Whew.
I messed with the wrong crowd.
Okay. All right, so yeah, it nearly drops some of them. It actually looks like this. They all resist the fire a little,
Oh, okay.
but half of that damage being not resistible or immune still cuts pretty deep into their prepared defense.
Well, I probably won't be able to burn them, but I might be able to crowd control them.
That's his turn.
Okay. System Maria.
Cast defensively, blistering invective. I'm guessing they have more than 10 fire resist, so I'm not going to even ask them to roll reflex saves.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead and make me your intimidate.
but they'll probably have to make will save.
Oh yeah, for sure. What's the will save number?
20.
20? Okay.
And this hits everybody, including Glower.
Yeah. Looking up her. How much this beats her hit die by. Okay, so for the first guard, we've got a fail. The second guard, we've got a fail. The third guard fails. The fourth guard super fails. The fifth guard also fails. And the sixth guard.
Okay. Well, they're panicked for a round.
Yep.
I think-
and
I think I would be too if a freaking pillar of fire came down, and then this guy standing next to the guy that cast the pillar of fire is like yelling at him.
Telling them to all go to fucking hell.
Yeah, basically, I'd be shitting myself too.
And she also may or may not fail. I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll hers right. Because that is enough to intimidate her. Let's see if it gives her that whatchamacallit. Okay. So 25 does not make her panic.
No, but she is still shaken.
But she is still shaken.
Probably. I hope she's still shaken.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she's immune to.
Move action.
She's
These
somewhat
guys look
resistant to the intimidate, but not enough. Okay, what was your next question?
Are these guys human? I mean, I can't
Yeah,
tell what she is.
Right. All these guards look like they're human.
Okay. I will swift action Bane my book to human.
Okay. Then that's Kudu.
She's threatening me, right?
Yes, you're currently within her reach.
Okay. Then I'm going to concentrate to defensively cast a level 1 spell. It's my level 4. Okay. Oh yeah. And cast Slick underneath her.
Okay.
I guess that keeps somebody from moving up, but you know what? I'm gonna hold my action and then I'm gonna do. Wait, no, this is. God damn it. Wait. I might be able to ice walk. No, I didn't take that. Okay, I'm gonna put Slick underneath me.
Oh, okay.
Like that.
I'll roll to see if she's stripped.
So I guess I need to roll my own reflex too.
Mm-hmm. I don't think... I mean, this might affect Drench too.
No. Drench ice glides.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm fine.
She is not fine, though.
Yay!
She drips. That was her... That save is not as good as her will. And then this NPC that's kind of by a drip also drips.
Sorry. Kudu says or whatever.
Alright, is that your turn?
Yeah. Drench, Drench is gonna, now that he's happily on his terrain, he's gonna go ahead and, attack her.
Alrighty, go ahead.
Kick her while she's down.
Oh, never mind. I was looking at the turn tracker. I didn't realize the Brim was selected.
I don't know if that hits while she's...
16. That is enough to hit her while she's prone.
Okay. Drench is a little feisty.
Hey, Drench doesn't get the penalties for not fighting on water, by the way. He is
Right.
on water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I get the bonus though
All right,
because
13.
he's like it's ice, not water. I don't know. I didn't put the bonus in, but
All right, my turn.
Yes, that is Fingram's turn now.
All right, I'll pull out Red Destiny, use a swift action to give it Keen and enhance a bonus to a +3. And then I'm going to cast Vampiric Touch.
Actually,
5-foot step and deliver my Vampiric Touch through Red Destiny. Yep. And I miss.
Ooh,
Alright.
yeah, they do miss.
Alright, that's my turn. I still have Vampiric Touch.
Okay. On her turn, some of her wounds actually heal up a little bit.
Alright.
Her judgment of fast healing. But yeah, she's getting surrounded here. She is going to...
But what'd she do? She stand up?
Okay, she's going to reach into her... she's going to reach into her her pouch and pull something out. And then she's going to drink it. And that's going to provoke from everybody.
Hey, that's a chance for critical. That a confirmed crit?
24 does, yes.
wait, she broke evoking from Drench.
Everything within 5 feet of her, yeah.
So this is
Cooter
going to
don't
be
working out.
2d6 plus 10, rather, plus 10d6. And
she did.
I get 44 temporary hit points, assuming that she has 44 hit points, but I'm sure she does.
She does.
Alright.
Okay, yep. All of that damage is enough to down her, and it does kill. So nobody knows what the potion does. It doesn't seem like it has any immediate effect on her. So unfortunately, yep, she goes down.
Oh, it actually killed her? How many?
Yeah, she doesn't have that much HP.
Wait, how many temporary hit points did I get then?
You said 44, right?
Oh, is that exactly enough to kill her?
Well, no, it's Mantis also hit her.
Right, but I can only get as many temporary hit points as she has hit points remaining.
She definitely had 44 hit points remaining, but not enough to survive that additional
I gotcha.
26 points of damage.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. All right, fair enough. I hope she wasn't important to keep around.
All right, and then all of these guys flee and panic.
After they drop their bows.
Yeah. They'll run.
I have a feeling they might keep going.
Probably. Cormac, do you do anything?
Nah.
Okay, Sister Maria.
I'm gonna go stand over
Still just 5
where
foot
the
up.
rows were. Look intimidating. Yell after them, keep running, you fools.
All right, could you do anything?
No, I removed the slick.
Okay. And Fingram, do anything?
Nah. I step out and say, "Yeah, you better run."
Okay, I'm gonna pull us out of combat. The courtiers are still here, but they back up and they are gonna go up to where they last remember seeing, and they just kind of like confer, like, "Are you still here, sir?" And he makes an audible, "Yes, yes, I am. I am." What do you guys do? Because
Detect
these
magic
guys
on the
keep fleeing.
bows and the glower.
Their bows are not magical.
Okay, what does she have on her?
Cormac will stay there, make sure they don't come back.
All right. So if you cast Detect Magic on her, you are detecting that she has what looks to be a wand. Her breastplate is detecting as magic. She has a light steel shield that's detecting as magic. Her short sword is detecting as magic. And that's it.
We'll take that stuff. And after I am not second, I will spellcraft.
Okay.
Was it 4 or 5?
I said a wand, a breastplate, a steel shield, and a short.
Okay.
You know that the wand is a wand of Cure Light Wounds with 14 charges. The breastplate is a +1 breastplate, but it is also mithril.
Ooh, that is super nice.
The steel shield is a +1 steel shield. And her sword is something that's actually good for Inquisitor. Although you might not be able to benefit from it.
I won't.
It is a +1 jurist short sword.
What does that do?
So when an Inquisitor uses their judgment ability while wielding a jurist weapon, it grants them an enhancement bonus on their perception checks and a CM. On the first round, it's a +1 bonus, and then it increases by 1 more, up to a maximum of +3 on the third and following round.
Yeah, that's not useful to me. I don't have judgment.
Yep. But yeah, some minutes pass, and I think the senator is still invisible. But
I mean, Sister Maria could dismiss that whenever, right?
yeah, he starts to ask if is it safe?
Yeah. So we take the stuff, and we go back to the boat with him and his courtiers.
Okay.
You taking that breastplate?
Yes, I am going to give you my non-mithril breastplate. That's +1.
I already have a +1 breastplate, so
Oh, okay.
a non-mithril +1 breastplate. So yeah.
But yeah, I would like to take that because
Yeah, go for it.
that
It doesn't
enhances
actually
my
do
movement
much for
speed.
me
You're a
because
dwarf.
I already because I'm a dwarf, medium armor doesn't actually slow me down, so like regular medium armor doesn't. So yeah.
Can
The
you
mithril
take
part doesn't actually help me very much.
Can you take the Cormac, do you want the shield?
Yeah, I could take it. Make it a little bit better for me, so I could cast spells while holding a
It's a
weapon.
+1 light steel shield.
Yeah, it's the same as my heavy, basically.
Okay.
And
Other things that were on her but that weren't magical was 2 Tinklefoot bags, a composite longbow with 20 arrows, a holy symbol, a spell component pouch, thieves' tools, and 20 GP.
we'll split the GP. What is her what's her D?
You recognize this as the unholy symbol of Norg. Are you familiar with that deity?
No, I don't think so.
So Norgabur is one of those. He is one of the ascended mortals that
Norgabur?
took the trial of the Starstone. However, he is a deity of much controversy because he remains an enigma to most individuals, even to most other. What he is known for, though, is being a god of greed, secrets, and
Oh, she's a heretic, so judgment was dealt. Good job, guys.
All right. I assume that you guys talked to Skywin and about the people coming on board.
Well,
yeah,
she was the one who told us that she wanted them on board.
Yeah,
right.
This is her idea.
Well, it's because she thought initially that they were just people who needed help because they were waving and stuff like that.
No, we explained the situation to her.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and she was like, I know this is going to be trouble in the long run, but I can't say no to people who need help.
Okay,
they're
great.
probably going to die if we don't do anything. I can't say no to them. And I'm like, okay, captain's orders, we're taking them aboard.
Then she's happy to have them on board. And she says that at the nearest place that is outside of Galt here, she'll drop them off where they can go seek asylum.
Cormac said something to her about this one that we're bringing with us. Said that he has some contacts at Kashmir that might waive the fees.
Oh yeah.
Waive the shipping fees of this boat for a year or whatever.
Yep, and Daldamain, he confirms. He tells Skywin that he does have some connections that can pull weight within Casimir, and that he'll try to set that up as soon as he can once he's and he tells you guys again that He'll also try to arrange a suitable reward for you four. Okay. Does anybody do anything for the rest of that?
Not specifically.
Nope.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I will, I guess, confess and pray that I have committed sin, but it was a blasphemer, so hope the Lord forgives me.
Okay, so it will be day 62. As we'll travel a little bit further down. But nothing really bothers you guys for the next 2 days. However, at evening of day 62, as twilight begins to fall, everybody on board the boat can see several globes of light high above a forest in the distance.
Yeah, on the Keonan side.
Like this way.
No, so not the Keonan side.
And I can
Yeah.
see light above the forest here from lightning. I will cast my longish buffs.
Same here.
Senator Daldemain becomes particularly excited, and he tells all of you that he received a missive some time ago warning him of this like impending betrayal within his political party. This was before he got branded as a traitor. He was told that he should look for globes of light in the treetops near a river, and it seems like this is that missive or that warning coming true. So he asks if the ship can go ashore so that he can investigate. Skywin says that she's willing to, as long as you guys make sure that everything goes safely.
Sure. Give me 15 minutes to prepare a spell real quick.
Okay.
People will be able to see me coming, but I'll also be able to see them coming. I'm preparing daylight.
All right.
How far off in the distance do these lights look?
How far off in the distance?
Yeah, is it like miles or is it
It's not
like
miles.
hundreds of feet?
Yeah.
So it's not going to take us like an hour to get there and back.
Now, it shouldn't take that long.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to prepare daylight. I'll cast daylight when we're going ashore.
Okay.
So
So Skywind docks nearby the shore, and Daldemain, he gets off the boat, and you guys follow him, and so does courtiers.
All right.
And you start walking into the forest that's right by the shore. And he looks above, trying to see the light, if they're still there. And before you guys have to wander too far in, a group of hooded individuals becomes visible within a clearing nearby.
Okay. What do they look like?
cast Shield of Faith. But
Oh.
the individuals have not gone well for us.
As they are visible and they see Daldem, one of them takes off their hood, and they have very noticeable they have very noticeable symbols adorning them as far as like jewelry and markings. So if you have knowledge religion, you can roll.
I do.
Oh wait, sorry, that number's wrong. I actually do have ranks in it. I just haven't updated my sheet apparently. I think I have 2 ranks in it. Yeah, let me roll. I'll just roll it, man. Or if you want to go with that 9, that's up to you. But I usually just re-roll it.
Okay, 15, 17. Oh, sorry, the 30. And 27? Okay. What they're wearing isn't that difficult to recognize as far as like holy symbols go, because this is a religion that is fairly widespread in Galarian. It's one of the intermediate deities. You see them wearing like night black coats, but like interwoven in their coats look like there's like little specks of like glitter and stars. And at their sides, among different kinds of weapons, they all share what looks like to be a star. And the jewelry and stuff they're wearing look like butterflies. And you all know that these they appear to be worshippers of Desna.
All right.
And Desna is a goddess of dreams, luck, stars, and treasure. And they introduce themselves. They are the Stardust Augurs. We are worshippers of Desna, who study dreams and portents. We have received important divinations, not just about Senator Daldemain, but of you four.
All right.
And they say, "Come, we wish to share our prophetic dreams with."
Nothing bad has ever come from sharing people's dreams in this campaign, so.
These guys mean no harm, probably.
You guys can believe what you want.
I
It
think
doesn't
it's
seem
fine.
like they're outwardly threatening.
Cormac casts freedom of movement just because he doesn't want to deal with trudging through a forest.
Okay.
I'll just follow.
Oh, I didn't need to make my save on that, whatchamacallit? The hold person spell. I had freedom of movement on myself. Yeah, we'll follow.
Okay, they lead you back to their camp. And the one who addressed you before introduces herself as Hadrana. And she says that although they didn't know what kind of fates that... She says that they didn't know that the fates of you four and the senator were somehow tied together. But she says that I'm not surprised to learn that this is... For Desna works in strange ways.
Cormac will say all gods do.
It is not our place to understand necessarily the motivations behind how they work, but to interpret their will as best we can. Your senator friend, he will be cared for. I will have the rest of my little cabal here escort him and his courtiers into Taldor. His compassionate political skills are needed where they can be appreciated without others, without treacherous politics trying to. He is part of a different destiny.
Well, you say so.
And she says, you four, however, I have had very vivid dreams about you four. She says, my dreams have been surrounded by auras of concern, and that while Daldamain's destiny is certainly something important, I fear that his only involves a few select countries or regions, and yours stretches far past our own world. And she asks you, well, she tells you first that I'm aware that you are all very powerful dreamers in your own right. But she asks for you if you could share your experiences on that with her.
It's a very long tale.
They have time, and she says that if you guys are in need of any kind of services to restore your health or your mental well-being, that she and her augurs can certainly provide that kind of while you share your story.
That'd be really useful if we hadn't just psychic surgery'd everything away ourselves.
Yeah, all these people are of appropriate classes and stuff to provide this kind of.
Yeah.
Or, remove the negative level ourselves.
Oh yeah, like where are you? Where are you? Like
they were at the end of the boat trip.
God damn it.
Where were you when we needed you?
Where were we when you needed you? No, I don't say that, but...
Well, yeah, the book's like, well, by this time in the adventure, they should probably be getting close to the end of the lunar prison, so they probably have things they need to remedy, and these guys can... And I'm like, well, they did that way before.
Yeah. I think it's because we maybe were able to unlock research quicker than the book intended us to be able to do.
No, I mean, the DCs aren't that bad for the research. I feel like you could do it, but I think the story is like, well, maybe they'll do this, and then like, okay, let's hold off on the next adventure, guys. Let's get our bearings, maybe try to get more loot or something.
I expect you to spread out.
But players will always, do player things.
We had a BioWare quest. We had to complete the damn BioWare quest before going off onto another one.
I guess I'll kind of tell the tale of how we collected all these different offerings for the mad poet and faced ourselves in order to regain. Oh no. Okay, she's back.
Oh, you back?
It
Because
probably
I
just
haven't
timed
used
her
my
out.
computer. Yeah.
No worries.
But yeah, I'll kind of summarize it though.
Okay.
Yeah,
You do. And she
yeah.
listens intently. And of course, the camp is relatively, it's not like a tiny, like the 6 people you met at like when they found you in the woods is only like a small portion of them.
And yeah, I'll say like I'm sure some of it was perhaps symbolic in the way that of facing my past self, but it also in a very real way brought back my memories.
She tells you all that your memories will be very important in your journeys to come, and that you not forget what happened to you or who you are, because as you journey further, you're going to be much farther away from your past and your home than you realize. Those are what her dreams has told her, and that you are sought by enemies both close and beyond the star, and that yellow is certainly your unlucky color.
Oh no, I better shave my head.
She does listen to you, and in one of your tales, she perks up and says, "Ah, that actually sounds familiar. I've heard that story before, but not from you." She says, "Wait."
Which one?
When you start talking about the forest and the cats and the stuff like that.
Ah, okay.
She leaves you for a moment, and she comes back to you with someone that you guys may recognize.
Yeah, it's the hunter dude, probably.
This is the guy. He seems very surprised to see you all.
Yeah, but
And
she
he
just
says,
told us yellow is our unlucky color, and he's got yellow hair, so I punch him.
Blonde is not that.
I know, I'm just kidding. I don't do that.
Okay. I was like, that's an interesting way
I
to
throw him
Okay.
over the boat. Oh, we're not actually on the boat anymore. Right now, are we? We're in the forest.
You guys are in the forest.
I throw him off another tree.
But it's Nestor, whom you guys rescued from the enchanted wood.
Yeah, from the enchanted forest. Not to be confused with the Enchanted Forest theme park in Beaverton, or wherever the fuck it's at. Was it in Beaverton? I don't remember.
We assure him that the person he was chasing to bring to justice
Salem.
was brought to justice in the moon prison.
He says you found her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, that is... He says, that's just one more thing I can't believe today. I'm glad to see you all in the waking world, my friend. I apologize I couldn't have been of more help when you found me in that predicament. But now I feel like I can adequately repay your selflessness.
All right.
And he says, "Take these. They're just a small portion of my gratitude." And he hands you guys a wand and a ring.
What
Okay.
do they do?
I'll just ask him what they are.
Of course. He tells you that the wand is something that that has helped him out in a few situations. He says it is a very powerful wand. It is a wand of break enchantment with 34 charges.
Holy shit, that's good.
Okay.
Standard action break enchantment?
Is it actually standard action, or does it have the same cast time?
Using wands is standard action, I'm pretty sure.
I know scrolls have the same cast time, but I don't remember how wands work. But yeah, that's really good.
Scrolls
though.
are spell completion items, which
Yeah.
I think cast in a round. The wand is a spell activation, which requires the 3 rounds. I think you have it the other way.
No, scrolls take the full cast time.
Oh, they do? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. But I'm not sure about wands.
And the ring is a powerful protective ring. It is a ring of protection +2.
Ring protection plus what?
+2.
+2. Okay, that's probably good on anybody. Well, I'll thank him for these gifts and say they'll be very helpful in the coming days, I'm sure.
He says that...
How many charges on break enchantment?
34.
Sorry. 34, okay. I'm just going to add that on here.
And he says that while his journey into the Dreamlands was certainly fantastical and exciting, he will probably wait a bit to go exploring there. But it's something that he has longed to do ever since he discovered that he had an innate knack for magic. And maybe he'll see you again.
Maybe. Just,
I tell him to be careful of Elias Redford.
Well, he asks you, "Oh, then who is that?"
Somebody who looks just like me. Who's not as fond of the Lord as I am, I think.
Says, "Well, then hopefully Desna will give me good portents." He thanks you all again, and unless you guys have specific words with him, he bids you a good night.
So who took the Cure Light Wounds wand?
I don't think anybody took that wand.
Okay, I'll put it on my character sheet.
And who wanted to take the protection ring +2? I think that's probably good on anybody. I only have a +1. So.
That's good on anybody.
Macy's sitting at...
Pluto, you've been the tanky lad, so you go ahead and take it.
Alright.
But yeah, after a little while has gone by, maybe an hour or so at this camp, Senator Dalden tells you that he's going to be staying here with the augurs and then traveling to Taldor as soon as possible. But he does tell you that when you get into Casimir, please do visit the Temple of Abadar there. He says that he's going to leverage his connections to try and have a deposit waiting for you.
Oh.
Okie dokie.
Alright.
And he looks like he is much relieved.
Well, I'm glad we were able to get you to safety here.
He nods and agrees, saying that you are true friends of justice. And may your selfless deeds take you farther than any mortal constraints. So, with that, do you guys do anything else specific while you're in the company of the Stardust Augurs? Like, have them cast any beneficial or healing spells on you?
I don't have any, I think we've handled all of the conditions that we had.
I think so.
I don't think anybody has any negative levels at the moment or anything, or any drain on any ability scores. So I think we're good for now.
Okay. Then I assume you guys are going to leave.
Yep.
All right. As you all leave, they each give you a blessing, a prayer of Desna to impart some luck.
Okay.
They even give one to Drench.
Oh. Trench likes it. Anything to make him feel better, bigger.
Yeah. If one of them had a water elemental, he could be a holy water elemental.
Bless the water. This is holy water.
Yep, I have blessed your water element. It's now holy water.
Well, if we see a haunt, just throw a drench at it, I guess.
I mean, we can do that anyway.
Throw a drench at it anyway? Well, thanks. You're nice.
Yeah.
And Sister Maria, they don't mean to make you uncomfortable if that's how you look while they're giving you their...
I am like somewhat uncomfortable, but I know that they mean their best, so I'm going to accept it politely. They're just ignorant. These guys aren't necessarily blasphemers. They're just really ignorant, sort of like Cormac.
What'd you guys do with the +1 protection ring if he's gonna take the +2?
Give it to you.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll take that. I don't have one. Cool.
And we should probably give the break enchantment to Cormac because he has the highest will save, but like he also rolls the lowest on his will saves.
Well, I have Iron Will, but I would have to UMD it.
It's it's actually on his spell list too, right? I don't know if it's on anybody else's.
I think it's on my spell list. I don't know it yet, but yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a level 5 spell?
Yeah, but you'd be able to use the wand of it still.
Yeah. We go back to the boat.
Okay. You guys do that. And Skywind's happy to have you back on board. Since it is night, they're actually just gonna keep the boat docked here until the morning.
Yep.
But that was the last event that happens on the way to Casimir. So I am going to time skip you guys the next about like 20-ish days, as there are no more events or anything pressing that I have prepared for you to encounter. And that finally takes us to Casimir. And this will be the ending of book 3.
And now we can get all of that backlog of experience that we were gaining.
It's crazy that like it says that if somehow the PC's research was so slow that they arrived in Casimir before finishing their dream quests, and I'm just like, there's no way that could happen.
What does it suggest they do?
It just says that they should finish their dream quests like after arriving in Casimir if they still need. But I'm just like, yeah, wow, like they have to really be slow.
Well, knowledge fighters, maybe.
If it's just like a party of fighters.
Yeah.
But there's the NPCs on the boat that can help us out.
Yeah, the ones that you guys didn't need to use.
I guess you're having a hard time paying for them, though.
Yeah, I suppose. But,
or if the whole boat got blown up and like you lost the boat, and
I guess
you
so.
don't have anybody.
Crazy things could happen. Like maybe that whatchamacallit, maybe that one encounter with the druids like just does wreck the boat and destroys it. That'd be interesting. Yeah, they were druids. They were crazy druids.
Imagine losing the boat like the first voyage, like first couple weeks. You have to trek across land to get all the way down here.
That would be pretty interesting, actually. That would require rewriting some of those encounters. And maybe throwing in like some alternative ones.
Not by a whole lot, though.
Well, your travel would probably get like multiplied by like 3 times.
Travel was already ridiculously slow.
I'd probably be like, all right, we're going to go pay someone to build us a boat.
Yeah.
Or go steal a boat, basically.
All right, so we are now officially in book 4, which is called The Whisper Out of Time.
We go straight to the Temple of Abadar.
Now I get to move your token. And as you guys dock, Skywind does bid you a farewell, saying that she'll remember the adventures we had.
We might want to check into an inn and put all of our like massive crate of books there.
That's also a good idea.
We'll do that first. because we do have like a chest and a half of just like books, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and as you guys do disembark and you make for an inn or wherever it is that you guys start going, you see dozens of partially built ships in the shipyards.
Cormac prepares a spell for the books. Instead of doing that plan, he prepares a spell that lasts days per level. He prepares treasure stitching.
Okay.
If we find a cloth or anything that we can put it on, it'll cast a spell on it, and then we can just store it on the cloth, basically.
That's a good spell. Yep,
It'll
you are
last
within
10
a.
days per level. So
Okay, then I guess we get a rug.
yeah, a piece of embroidered cloth no larger than 10 feet, worth 100 gold. So basically, just get 100 gold worth of cloth.
So
Oh yeah,
a rug.
the city is definitely big enough where you can get stuff like that. The market is very. It's an oddly prosperous city because it says it towers at the edges of a place called Blackwood Swamp. Yep, Casimir is just like it's a whole bunch of
Did I DC?
I think he
No.
did.
Yep, sorry, I had to answer somebody at the door. Sorry. So yeah, you see, there's tons of rickety-looking buildings, that are around the calm harbor that's just crammed with vessels. And you see in the distance a great castle overlooks this bay, proudly flying the flag of Taldor. Yet, just beyond the dike that surrounds the city, the swampland gropes outward, hungrily drawing buildings into its bed. So this is a city that borders a swamp.
Don't like swamps.
So, where do you guys want to go in Casimir? I would also recommend that this is a place you can spend your wealth, because, as I said before, the markets are very good here. You can buy quite a.
Well, I want to sell some stuff too, right?
But we can also sell things too.
Like we have a bunch of +1 scimitars, for example, I think, right?
Yeah.
And we can maybe sell that breastplate, for example, since I don't think anybody actually wanted that. Wanted Sister Maria's non-mithril breastplate, for example.
I think that's correct.
Yeah, I'm good.
So
We
I'm gonna
could
sell my
maybe get our
scimitars
Dream World
and
wealth
maybe some other
here.
stuff. I'll figure that out. Do some math here.
Maybe. If we got 2 scrolls of
Deal with
teleport.
trying to fucking fix Firefox later. All my add-ons stopped working because apparently none of them have signatures now, and apparently it's not just me; it's happening to like everybody that uses Firefox. Just really annoying.
Yeah, we could try. How much does a spell of teleport cost, though?
It's like 1,000.
Also,
125 gold.
do you guys remember why you came to Casimir?
Yeah, we're hunting down the Necronomicon or a copy of the Necronomicon, and we're hunting down Hasserton Lowles, who's not really Hasserton Lowles anymore. He is influenced by Zamidor.
Yep.
And he is within the University of Occult called. He's in Kadir. This is Casimir.
Yeah.
Where is Kadir?
Close.
Really far away, right?
Wait.
Yeah, far away.
Well, I mean,
Close,
region-wise, close.
astronomically speaking.
Why are we here?
Okay, so that's what I wanted to see if you guys remembered or knew, because it's a bit of a fine detail. So what your characters would remember is that back in Iris Hill, when you guys found all of the correspondence and notes that Lowell's made, you know that he was sending letters to a friend in Casimir. Someone that he calls his old colleague and associate, Miaknian. And that he was talking to him about setting up some kind of journey to a land far in the distance.
Which we now know as Kadir.
Yeah. And from the notes and research, it's you know that this Mun fellow must live in. So your trail has currently led you here. Somebody asked about claiming that reward.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys go to the Temple of Abbot?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys do that. The treasurers and acolytes there confirm that there is a deposit waiting for individuals named Kudu, Cormac, Fingrim, and Maria.
That is indeed us.
They ask you some questions, some personal things that would identify the name of the person who made the deposit. And after that is all said and done, they hand you your reward. Senator Daldamain has given you all a deposit of 10,000 gold pieces.
So that's 2,500 each.
Yep, 2,500 each.
Do we want to try to get our stuff back from, get the loot we have in the dream world to the real world? Do we
That's
think
a good
that's
question.
possible?
Do you want to?
Can we research on if that's even possible?
You could. You might have enough text about the dream world to get some information.
No, if we had the text already, that might have been something we researched on the way here then.
Yeah.
Since we had that during the time skip.
Okay, I'll say you guys were researching that before you guys got here, so give me a knowledge plan, and you can have assistance on this. So choose a primary researcher, 2 people who are going to assist.
I rolled first. I'll be primary.
Okay.
And I'll re-add that up to double check my math. But yeah, that's the stuff I'm selling. And then for knowledge, planes.
Oh, Pluto should have been primary. We already declared, though.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
hopefully fine.
It's still a 32 total. All right, and do you have all the GP that would have been at 50% Pluto?
Not yet. I had it, but
in...
I'm not positive on the math, so I'm redoing it again to see if I get the same number.
Can you add in a
put it in chat?
+1 breastplate.
Yep, put it in chat. I'll add it in.
Okay, so what your research yields is that there's an anecdote by one of the authors about trying to take some fantastical items from the dream world back into the material plane. And the writings say that while the items were as resplendent as he remembers them when he found them within his dreams, that very soon they became nothing more than mundane trinkets.
Okay. I kind of figured it would be something like that. So, sounds like that's a waste of time, basically, to try to bring that stuff back.
And money.
However, you do find a separate journal entry from one of the colleagues of this author that says that they remember seeing the items that his friend had brought, and while also very saddened that they were not as valuable or as powerful as they were in the dream world, they remember that they were sold after they had just become trinkets, and then hearing a story of some adventurer wielding a weapon as great as they remember back in the dream world.
So they became trinkets in the real world, but they were still grand in the dream world?
Sounds like it.
No, he says that the journal entry says that he remembers hearing about one of the items that was sold after it had become a trinket, supposedly becoming what it once was in the hands of an adventurer. But whether that was fact or just rumor, they don't state. And neither do they state how that could have been something that came true.
So maybe there's a way to bring it back, but there would definitely be an extra step besides just bringing it back to the material plane.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys saw that gold too?
Yeah.
Basically almost the same as the deposit, really.
Yeah.
Selling that stuff.
It's a good bit of cash.
Is that enough to buy a belt or a headband?
5,000? If you have an extra money besides that, maybe. Right? Or I can get like a lower.
You guys should have another bit of wealth on you. Because you guys were given a 10,000...
the ruby.
No, the
ruby.
Yeah, you can sell the ruby as well. I don't know who has that.
You do.
I never put it on my sheet. But alright. We never actually figured out the real value on that, did we? So let me try rolling another appraise check on it this time and see if I can roll a little bit better on it. Appraise plus 12. But I do get a... Okay, actually it's higher than the plus 12. Sorry, I forgot I have a racial modifier to appraise for specifically for gems. So it's,
Yeah, it looks like Kudu and Pluto are looking at it for a while. And over like the
It's actually
course of your
27.
journey to Cast, you guys probably figure out how valuable it's worth. And yeah, this ruby alone you estimate to be about 10,000 gold pieces.
Okay. And rubies, like valuables like that,
They're
usually
gems.
sell 100%.
They sell for full price.
Yeah,
Yay.
so that's... If we want to sell that, we can get an extra...
Well, we don't need a ruby for a spell, so we might as well.
It's a
Right.
fist-sized ruby. Like, it's a fucking huge...
So... We'll... I think we'll sell that then, and everyone will get another 2,500 gold.
Yay.
Okay.
Does
I
anybody
think
have our
I
current
may
XP?
buy a belt of giant strength and a headband of intellect, with the skill on it being some knowledge that I don't have yet.
We have like we haven't gotten XP in several sessions, but we are at
Oh.
Yeah, you guys
We are
hit level
at-
10 way before the end of this book, so I cut the XP.
held us
so
back.
you guys didn't over level.
Yeah, that's fine.
But from
Right.
here on, you guys will be gaining experience.
we're at 106,800 XP is what I have. So
Yep,
Wait.
that's what I have.
106,800 XP.
Apparently I stopped keeping tracks somewhere. Oh.
So, well, okay. One thing I was theory crafting about on Magus is I don't think I'll actually do it, but there is a like a enchantment you can get for weapons that have like range increments, like melee weapons with range increments, things like daggers or short spears, that let you apply spell strike through the thrown weapon.
That's fun.
So my theory craft on that is you use the Magus Arcana to give yourself a wizard spell when you get to this is really high level stuff you'd have to do because it's a level 5 spell you'd be getting, I think, which is Named Bullet. You just get Named Bullet because you can use it on thrown weapons, and you cast Named Bullet, and then you can like get an auto crit thrown weapon with like spell strike built into it. So theoretically,
Sounds fun.
you could, with a lot of feat investment and money investment, you could theoretically get an auto crit disintegrate on a spell strike, which would be pretty cool. But I don't think I'm going to go for it on this character. But I was like, man, that seems like that'd be like really cool. You just pull that out, like, look, it's like I'm ready for this. It's one of the ways you would one punch somebody for sure.
I would like a knowledge nature headband.
That's a good skill to have. I don't think anybody in this party really has
Okay.
that.
Do you just want to buy it straight up for 4,000
No,
gold?
Kudu has it. So
Yeah,
now we
I'm
have
buying it straight
one
up
other
for
person.
4K and a belt of giant strength 4K.
All right. You may find both here, and you buy them.
I'm not sure what to spend my money on yet.
Same.
There may be opportunities for more wealth before you leave Casimir, so if you want, you could.
Yeah. In terms of like stuff that'd be useful, so I could actually get like a custom made gauntlet, right?
You could.
And because that's what I was originally built
There are smiths here that can do that for you.
Yeah. Which actually makes me wish I hadn't sold the natural armor amulet that I sold, now I think about it. But oh well. Because I have an amulet of Mighty Fists right now. But that I wouldn't need that if I had an enhancement bonus on my gauntlet. Well, I might still want it anyway because it makes the Mighty Fist also applies to my beard attack, which is something so I might actually still want that anyway. That's probably fine. So that's something to consider. Is I could get I could actually go back to using unarmed basically, which I haven't been doing for the most part because it's especially in the dream world, but even outside the dream world, a lot of times it's better just to use Red Destiny because of the +2 enhancement bonus.
We also have a monk's cloak as well. That we.
Oh yeah,
monk
the
robes.
monks. The monks robe.
Yeah, I didn't have that on my sheet, so I was only selling stuff on my sheet, and the one thing
That's
Mantis
actually
told
useful.
I don't know if I have it on my sheet either, but we do have monk robes as well.
Because
now
those
I'm
monks
super
robes,
terrifying.
they still give you a bonus even if you're not a monk.
Monk's robe. So this is a very valuable item. Whereas levels of monks, your AC and unarmed are treated as if you were 5 levels higher. That's pretty good. I'm not a monk, so I don't get that. Don't have stunning fists, so I don't get that. But otherwise, I get an extra one. If you're not a monk, you still gain the AC and unarmed damage of a 5th level monk, which is decent. Well, shit. Why am I not wearing this? It's a robe slot.
Cormac, he just gets 5 to his AC. Bam.
Is he wearing this right now? That's fair.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
I will wear it.
Yeah, because it gives you can wear that under your armor. It doesn't use a slot it probably doesn't use your slot you're using.
Well, it's more like it goes over the armor visually. But yeah, you can wear it with your armor. It's a body slot.
Yeah, it's weird actually. It doesn't help me that much because anyway, so yeah, it definitely is better for you because one thing, I don't have wisdom modifiers, so I wouldn't get that AC bonus. Do you get that AC bonus either though? Now I think about it, yeah, because it functions just like a monk's AC bonus. You only get it if you're not wearing your armor. So.
Oh, then no.
So it's probably not actually useful.
Kudu.
We could. She's got a positive wisdom modifier.
What is this thing?
A monk's robe.
Oh,
so if you wore it, you would get to have your unarmed strike function as though you were a 5th level monk. So it'd be like a D8 instead of a D3. That probably isn't that useful. But if you're not wearing armor, it gives you an AC bonus. It lets you add your wisdom to your AC bonus, basically.
Why don't we just sell that?
Yeah, we should just sell it. I thought it would be really good for Cormac, but
someone could multi-class into monk, and it becomes very useful.
A kineticist monk?
Dude, kineticist monk, you could be a waterbender.
I literally was thinking about that today. I was like, dude, a kineticist monk would actually be pretty dope.
I already have a feature that I haven't even gotten to do yet in my character because of how fast combat comes, but
I'd say just sell it because that's 13,000 gold by half or whatever. I mean, that's still a pretty good amount.
For sure. There's nothing I want to buy. Everything I want is 20k plus. So there's that.
Alright, so what would I put on... This is apparently the shopping session, which I guess is fine. But...
We still got a lot of time, so I figure we're probably going to get to other stuff as well.
Sure.
I could get a compassionate enchantment on my gauntlet so that if I when successful
You want to
hit
be
from a compassionate weapon would bring a creature -1 or fewer hit points, they are just automatically stabilized. The Beavers lost. And the Mariners lost. Let's see here.
Trying to
I'm just
decide if I want a belt of mighty physique or physical might or weapon enchantment is basically what I'm trying to decide.
I don't know.
I just keep casting shit on my book. So.
Yeah, that lets you be effective. Very cost effective.
How long would it take a weaponsmith to upgrade an enchanted dagger?
From what to what?
1 to 2.
Let's
4
see.
days,
The cost difference is 6,000.
Not the cost,
so 6
but
days.
how long?
6 days. Yeah.
You'd be 6 days.
6 days. Are we gonna be here that long?
You could be.
It's not that important.
Alternatively, you could it's your +1 dagger, right?
Yeah, the returning dagger.
Oh, it's returning too.
Yeah.
You could sell it.
I need, like, it's my failsafe because, like, if I get silenced, my kineticist blasts are spells, technically. So I could be silenced or something.
Or spells?
I don't know if silence matters. Depends. I mean, even if they're spell-like, if they don't have a vocal component, then that doesn't matter.
That's true. Probably, yeah, that's probably true. So really, I don't have anything to worry about, I think. Other
If
than
we
my
get
hands
into
getting tied,
magic
maybe.
field, we're kind of fucked.
It's nice to always have like
Yeah.
An anti-magic field
melee
would
weapon.
shut it down.
But then it would just be a normal dagger. But still, yeah, it's nice to have something.
It would be a masterwork
Is there something
dagger.
that you could wield though
Not
that
in
would
an
be better for you?
Magic field.
Yeah, it would be a masterwork dagger. It
Oh,
has to
masterwork!
be
I thought you said
masterwork.
magical. I was like, oh. Yeah, I was just trying to get the damage increased, and then the only way I can do that is enchant it.
Somebody
Grim
leave.
got disconnected.
Oh,
That was Grim.
got disconnected. Yeah.
Ooh. They have these like headbands for kineticists, but they're like 22,000 to 50,000. You know, so
Oh, I just realized.
it's real expensive.
Yeah, it just DC'd.
I should have bought a blessed book.
Are we selling the monk robes?
We can. Yeah. Somebody wants to calculate what we get from that. I don't think anyone like we have like a few people that were like are close to being able to use it well, but yeah, but no one that can like fully utilize them. Like I said, if I wear it, I could get. I mean, with the Amulet of Mighty Fists, I could wear it and have my unarmed strike do good, but it's like I can't actually enhance that with my arcane pool, so I can't enhance a Amulet of Mighty Fists with arcane pool. It has to be like a manufactured weapon, so which is why I normally use a gauntlet if you want to do armed strike on a magus.
You're doing the wrong type of magus. You're not an esoteric magus.
Why do they get? They get like monk features, right?
Yeah, they augment their fists.
Yeah, I don't know if that stacks with the Hexcrafter though.
I doubt it does.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so that's another chunk of change for the monk robes.
Well, now that changes things. I might want to buy something to scan.
I am going to buy a spellbook.
Okay. Just a special spell book, or
No, just a normal spellbook. This is going to be titled the New Testament or the Old Testament. I don't know which.
All right.
I think I gotta probably do that as well, unless I want to buy a blessed book because my spell book's almost full.
Does anybody
I
want
like it.
the brooch of shielding?
I don't know what
not
that does.
bad if we fight anybody who casts magic missile.
Well, because I was gonna give Drench the fireball necklace, but he's wearing the brooch of shielding, which isn't that a neck slot?
Brooch
Yeah, it
is
says
shielded.
neck.
Oh, it's a neck?
Yeah, brooch of shielding says neck.
Okay.
And Kudu was gonna get like maybe an amulet, and so I don't really. have
Brooch of
any...
Shielding just absorbs magic missiles, and that's it.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you have to be wearing it, and I would rather have something else on my neck, and Drench wants to throw fireballs.
Yeah.
Well, the remaining fireballs. It's not worth selling the fireball necklace.
I think I'm gonna buy a belt of physical might and have it be strength and dex.
Alright, so what do you think it is? Like an action to take off a necklace and an action to put on a necklace? So I could just put it in my bag, and then if we're getting hammered by magic missiles, I can maybe change necklaces or something.
Ooh, I'm gonna buy.
Yeah.
I could just buy a traveling spellbook. I could just have one with 50 extra pages too. And I'll just buy a full-on spellbook. I'm a dwarf. I don't care.
Oh,
I don't
gonna
really
buy
care either.
a potion of fly.
Okay. That could be useful.
And a potion of invisibility.
Also useful.
Hide from animals, lol.
Come in handy.
If you're a hunter, yeah, you might want to do something like that. Let's see. Sorry, I didn't think we were gonna buy.
It's okay. Nobody expects the.
No, I didn't. I didn't realize you were
bind-
coming to Casimir this session.
Wait, where the hell is the next slots? It's like I've been scrolling forever. Oh, there we go.
I took out 100 for that like rug from my inventory.
Okay.
Since I'm the one casting the spell.
There it is. I'm gonna be this guy, but is an amulet of proof against petrification available here?
Proof against petrification.
Yeah.
This is a really sweet enchantment I've never seen
8,000
before.
gold.
And apparently it's from APG, so I don't know why I haven't seen it. It's existed for a long time. Fortuitous weapon grants the wielder more attacks opportunity once per round when the
Yeah, you
wielder
can find that secret.
a fortuitous weapon hits with an attack opportunity. He can make a second attack opportunity with this weapon against that foe at a -5 penalty. So it gives you like an iterative on your attack opportunity.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't seen that before. I could get a ghost touch weapon.
Could come in handy.
I mean, most of the time I just summon a force sword when we fight like something that is incorporeal, but
Sweet. So I'm wearing an Elvenkind cloak in Pharasman robes. Wait, I forgot these Van braces of defense. What the fuck did those do?
technically I could get a growing
armor.
enchantment
Oh yeah, that was
on my gauntlet to make it grow to a larger size, but I can still use it with no penalty to have it be a really oversized gauntlet.
You can be Vigar.
Yeah.
Yay.
I always
Except
wanted to make Vigar.
actually use the gauntlet.
Vigar uses his gauntlet. He bitch slaps people with his big old gauntlet.
He puts his fist out and clenches his fist every once in a while when he laughs.
Yeah.
Okay, and there's guided, which lets you use wisdom modifier instead of strength. It's a useful enchantment.
That's an interesting spell. Battle Mind Link.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, it's like that's the spell that I would use as like a basis for if we ever did a Pacific Rim. Everyone has to like, drift, and it battle mind links everybody. You all fight as one.
We attack the same creature. You both make attack rolls and use the higher of the 2 dice for your attacks plus bonuses.
Yeah, it's how
Same
you
for
drift with somebody.
range. And if you both cast spells at the same creature, they take a -2 on the saving throws. That's pretty cool.
I'm pretty sure that even though it's listed as only being a +2 bonus, I can't have it. I can't make a rune forged weapon. So that's probably not something they probably can't do that here.
Oh,
unfortunately,
really?
Yeah, I know.
There's no rune forge handy.
Maybe when the Return of the Rune Lords happens, that won't be the case. But until then, there's no rune.
You could always ask around
and
find out where it is, and then we can go there.
We just need to go meet up with one of the characters from Rise of the Rune Lords, and just be like, "Hey, tell us where the Rune Forge." Like Nizzo, tell us where the Rune Forge is, and Nizzo's like, "All right, I'll show you."
Henrik wouldn't, because his whole goal is to keep it defended, and you guys would have to fight Ark.
There might be new dragon. Yeah. Well, he might still be there, or a new. Yeah.
No, he's still there.
He'll probably still
Henrik
be there.
made a deal with him to guard the Rune Forge.
Right, but you don't think he would have other possible fights with other individuals? Who knows? Anyways, maybe not. Maybe some adventurer killed him. Maybe another dragon killed him and took the lair. Who knows?
That's weird that it's liberating. Yeah, there's 2 different liberating enchantments. One is from Ultimate Intrigue and one's from the Weapon Master's Handbook, and they do different things.
Really?
Yeah.
But they're named the same thing.
They're named the same thing, but they do different things.
I'm gonna turn 1,000 gold into 1,000 gold worth of diamond dust.
Okay.
And
Oh, that's a good
put it on my
idea.
person.
Yeah, one of the liberating enhancement, or one of the liberating enchantments just cost a flat 7,000 gold pieces to add, and it lets you, as a standard action, you can free yourself from abilities or allies such as paralysis, solid fog, slow web, so forth. The other one is a +2 enhancement bonus equivalent enchantment, and you hit somebody with it, it breaks them from mind control effects, such as possession, charm, effects, compulsion, and the like.
You'd probably have to. We'd have to. What do I call it? Be explicit about which one is being.
Yeah.
You'd probably also rename them as a house rule.
Yeah, I don't think I want either of them anyway, but like it's kind of strange that Paizo didn't catch that and be like, oh, we already have one of those. But it kind of makes sense because one's from Ultimate Intrigue, which is like a mainline book, and the other one's from Weapons Master Handbook, which is like one of those little like smaller splat books. So it's not like they're both from like if one was from APG and the other was from like Ultimate Intrigue, then I'd be like, what the fuck was going on here?
Oh, well, I need to pick up a new language. I got smarter.
But only while you're wearing the headband.
Is true.
Your intelligence is artificial.
Sorry, I had the same thing because mine's from an Aeons stone.
So is my wisdom.
Technically, I should probably replace with a headband because Aeons stone could be bad if I get hit by like a big AoE attack.
Just go find a Pathfinder and buy a Wayfinder, and then you just keep it in there, and then it can't get damaged.
They don't sell those, so I'd have to beat them up probably, which I'm pretty sure I can do.
Yeah.
Those
Pathfinder Society characters we made are pretty easy to beat.
Yeah, they're just like level
convince
ones.
him that he should relinquish it.
I mean, maybe we'll find one in a cave somewhere because they explore everywhere and die everywhere.
I'm gonna ask for where there's a Pathfinder. I'm going to bully his Wayfinder away from him.
There's no Pathfinder Lodge here.
Oh, darn. I don't know what this language is, but I'm going to take it. Garuda.
That's
Garuda.
Garuda is a new well, no, it's a region in Galarian.
Says it's a planar language.
A Garuda is a type of creature.
Spoken by the impetus and gallant Garuda.
Yeah.
So
they're these bird dudes. They're chaotic good
now.
Huh. I just watched an interview with Paizo. They were talking about how, like, the maps that we see of this planet is, like, only a fraction of what's actually on the planet. And it's a whole lot bigger than we think it is. And I find that really interesting.
Well, yeah, there's, like, an extra continent that's, like, that they have, like, almost no information about.
Well, they were talking about, like, you think north is the North Pole? Oh, no, it's no. And down there, that's the equator? Oh, no. You know, so they were saying, like...
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was something I found interesting.
I have a feeling I'm not going to run into these things in this campaign, but if we do, know that I took it here.
Uh-huh. God, I just know that as soon as we leave, I'll be like, I should have bought this. But I just, I don't know. I'm having a hard time.
We should get, a 1,000 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
I already did that.
Oh, you did? Good.
I mean, you could know Garuda and then maybe put some effort into like creating a disguise so that you could look the part of a Garuda and fool somebody.
I could. I don't know. I mean, I could do that and then be all intimidating, but I don't have disguise. I do have battle mind link though now.
I mean, it wouldn't
The
necessarily
thing
be for
about
intimidating people.
disguise is that somebody can disguise you and you take their disguise check.
So we need to go find the theater in town, and I go dress up as a Garuda, and then we go we go find the guy who we're looking for, and I'm like, where is he?
That should be your superhero name or your alter ego. I am the Garuda.
Alright, maybe I'll buy Cloak of Resistance +2. Upgrade from my +1. Like that's a decent, just a basic upgrade.
How did Mantis know that the entirety of this next book revolves around conversing with a tribe of Garuda?
It was a lucky guess, I suppose. I'm just gonna assume that's the case, that he didn't go read a spoiler.
I did not. So we're looking for this Mund guy.
That's a name of someone you know who is communicating with Lols.
I want to gather information. Where is he located?
Okay, give me diplomacy.
I could get a Ring of Featherfall, except that I already have At-Will Featherfall.
A 29.
Okay, I think I'm gonna buy a Ring of Ferocious Action for 3,000 gold. Lets me once a day I can ignore up to 5 rounds of the staggered condition.
That's good.
So, which seems really good on Magus. Staggered is one of the worst conditions.
I just don't want to fight you when you have that. Yeah. Please don't get dominated and or turned into a
Oh yeah, It'd have been a nightmare if I'd done the fight with myself and then I was immune to staggered. I'm like, oh shit. Because that was my whole thing. Is I was like, I just need to stagger him, keep him from doing spell combat.
So with your 29 diplomacy, you ask around, talking about who this Myacnian moon. And it seems like people do know who this man is, but nobody knows where he lives. The information that you are able to get is that people tell you that he's occasionally seen in the company of a group of scholars who call themselves the Esoteric Knights of Evolvement.
Alright. So are there any like spells that I want to pick out?
And where are they?
They tell you that there's a place within the Abbey Green district of Casimir called the Sceptered House. It's really just a huge lounge for the wealthy. And that's where they seem to congregate every once in a while.
I guess we're going there.
Cormac's gonna buy a potion of dark vision as well.
Okay.
Oh, that's a decent plan.
Having dark vision is really good.
Is that on my spell list?
I don't know, is it?
Dark vision. I don't see it unless I already know it. That's also possible. I already have dark vision anyway. I don't know
Can
why
I get
it
dark
matters.
vision goggles of dark vision seeing?
Not here.
Darn.
And their
Those
price
might be
is
one of a
shit.
kind.
No, those
They
were
might
special.
still exist in the world.
Just go to Riddleport.
Because magic items don't break unless you break them.
Well, who had them?
I don't remember who had him at the end of the campaign.
He died.
But did he keep
Yeah,
them?
but didn't somebody? I don't think he. I thought we got him. I thought that was one of the things we kept, though. Maybe not, though. Maybe we
I
left
didn't
him on,
wear 'em.
like with Moloch. I don't remember using them after Moloki died. So
Yeah, I had my own goggles to prevent myself from getting like dazzled and stuff by bright light.
Yeah,
I had 2 potions of dark vision.
but
I
if
was
somebody,
the one that had the goggles in our campaign.
if somebody still has those, theoretically, just go to Riddleport and get Safa to contact whoever has them.
Yeah.
Safa doesn't have them. You have to somehow convince Safa to want to like trust you. That might be kind of hard.
Or glasses.
Alcohol.
You couldn't see anything through them, except things that had dark vision.
Yeah. You could, but we actually used them for some, like, we used them for a few things. Like we found actual use for them, which was mostly to be like, is this a shapeshifted drow? Was like one of the things I think we did with it, and we also used it to see like a weird demon at some point, or I think like in a cave.
No, when we were in the abandoned elf town place.
Yeah.
That creature.
Oh, you guys
Well,
never figured out what that was.
I thought we did,
We
but I
didn't
don't remember
pursue
now.
it. We found its tracks, but we didn't pursue it.
Okay, so I definitely probably want to buy some spells.
No, I'm tired. I actually bought some goggles of night in Second Darkness,
Yeah,
which give you dark vision 60 feet.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
were
when-
originally looking to buy those, and instead got the dark vision goggles.
yeah, it was really early on, like in book 2 or something. Like, could we possibly find these things that give us dark vision? I was like, well, I can't give them this, but I'll give them something crazy, because the shopkeeper I introduced was a guy who bought cursed and defective magic items and resold them at a discount.
I realized what we should have done for the dancers fight. We should have had Cormac cast Blessing of the Mole on us.
Because it blinds us, but we're still able to function, right? Or something like that.
No, you just get dark vision and a +2 confidence bonus on stealth check.
I can't actually
It's
get
minutes per
overland
level.
flight.
30-foot dark vision instead of
It's
60
level
feet.
5 spell for Magus, apparently.
What level spell is that for?
It's the 3rd level cleric spell. That's 1 creature per level.
All right, so I'll make sure to prepare that if we ever are going to be going into, like, we know where there's going to be darkness.
And its duration 1 minute per level. Like, it's not super great, but like, it's yeah,
The great divine mole will bless us.
precisely.
Do you belong to the Church of the Mole? This might conflict with
Sort
your
of.
beliefs.
No, it's not. Moles are of God's creatures.
But how can a mole bless somebody if it isn't some kind of deity itself? Which would mean it's a god before your god.
It's a saint.
It can't.
It's a saint.
Oh, okay. I was gonna go just with the can't, and that he's just letting them want to believe.
Saint Mole.
Yeah, Saint Mole. And it's not even the first Saint Mole, it's Saint Mole the 3rd.
Oh. Wow.
So I'm gonna take up Forceful Strike because that's just a really good spell.
It sounds cool.
Dude, I
It basically does what my like channel force does, basically.
It's really good because it's a swift action that you use when you hit somebody too. So it's like having a quicken spell before you actually have access to quicken spell. Just hey, some extra damage. I hit with a spell and I cast another spell.
Ice Strike or something is like that. Cold Ice Strike. Because it's a swift action. Really good spell.
Cold Ice Strike. I don't have that one on my spell list.
I think it's actually a cleric spell.
It's a cleric spell. It's a high level cleric spell. It's like 6th level.
Super worth it.
I mean, this is a 4th level spell, so it's my highest level spell slot for the moment. But another spell that I want to pick up. I want to pick up Greater Invisibility, just because there's some situations where that just wins combats, like on its own.
Which one?
Greater Invisibility.
Oh yeah, super good.
It sometimes just wins a combat on its own.
It does when you put it on a rogue and you also mind blank them.
God, I hate you.
I was doing that to Star Fox's character all the time.
Their team became unkillable because...
Was that in... Yeah. I mean, the thing is, there are ways around it, which is things like echolocation. They don't care about that. or anything
Or
else that has
glitter
like
dust.
Well, yeah, but glitter dust, you still have to hit them with the glitter dust. But I guess if they're attacking you, you at least know what area they're in. So yeah, you can hit with
Just
glitter
center
dust.
it on yourself.
Yeah, and
and
you're like, I don't
have
care.
a better will save.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna buy greater inscribe greater visibility as well. I think I auto succeed on the scribe for that. I mean, even if I don't, that check would do it. So yeah, I'm gonna get that.
Are we ready to go to this sceptered house? Before we do that, I am going to ask around if there are any odd rumors around town.
I'm also gonna take this really cool spell called Spell Curse.
And if
Fun.
if there's a ship with yellow sails that is docked here.
Any odd rumors around, huh? Oh, that's a good diplomacy. Too bad that wasn't the original diplomacy roll. No, there aren't any odd rumors here. And there's no outstanding rumors or stories about yellow sails.
Okay. Then I guess we go straight to the sceptered house and we go ask. I'll ask one more thing. I am going to ask if there is a theater troupe in town.
A theater troupe, huh?
Yeah, like a theater or a theater troupe or something like. What do people do for entertainment?
Why are we looking for that?
I don't
they
know,
can
Mantis
dress me
wants
up
to.
as a Garuda.
But yeah, I mean, there are some well-known artists and performers in Cal.
I'm not actually gonna do that. It would be kind of funny though.
Yeah.
Just go walk into this house where the wealthy congregate and be like, I am Garuda. Where is this person I'm looking for? Grrr.
Oh, yeah, Shield of the Dawnflower. This was that one that Star Fox's Magus would cast all the time.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't hit anyone, so I'll just cast Shield of the Dawnflower and let people hit me and do
Yeah.
damage that.
It's pretty useful. And yeah, the more you get hit, the better it is.
Yeah. I'm not going to take it, though, because it's kind of it's specifically... It worked well for his character because he also... it's a Siren Ray spell, right?
Yeah.
That's what it refers to, and his character actually worships Siren Ray, which my character definitely does not. If anything, my character might more follow Pharasma just because of the result, what's been happening in the in this adventure path. That's kind of the one I'd be leaning towards.
Oh
Maybe,
no. Even my close friends who weren't deity inclined are not following.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Kudu isn't really following anybody yet. But
She's
she is
wearing
wearing
robes
Pharasma
for Pharasma,
robes.
though.
Yeah, they're pretty.
I know.
They're purple. Look at them.
They're so misled.
They're so pretty.
They're so ignorant. How do I fix?
All right, I'm gonna pick up Stone Skin as well. I don't know if I'll cast it. Well, no, I'm not gonna learn that because I can always just use I can use my Magus bullshit to like prepare it without having it in my spell book. So I'll just do that.
So we go to the Sceptered House.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever. I spent a
Okay.
little bit of money on some spells, and other than that, I still have like 2,000 gold. But other than that, I just bought like a ring and a cloak.
So as you you find your way towards, you find out it's actually an inn called the Sceptered House. But it's obvious that this is a place that is very, it's much upper class from the rest of them. It's one of the more exclusive inns in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And as you enter, this is an inn that has very odd chambers inside of it. Like this place is just book filled. There's lots of books on shelves, like just on tables, in corners of places are linked by oddly twisting staircases, these awkward leaning walls, and strange corners.
Weird. All right.
And it doesn't seem like there's very many people here, if anyone.
I look around for the receptionist.
The innkeeper finds you.
Okay.
A human woman. She has the look and dress of a socialite.
I definitely don't.
Oh, before we came here, I remembered something I needed to buy. I needed to buy a captain's tricorn.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Yep. And when she meets you, she says, "And just who do we have here?"
Some crazy person wearing a nun's what do they call it? A nun's habit and a tricorn.
Yep.
And Dr. Rose.
And friends.
And a lab coat. I am Captain Dr. Sister Maria, champion of Arvington.
Yeah.
Well, listen here. This lady is wearing a vibrant purple trench coat and has a just as vibrant pink top hat with like those goggles on it.
He's Bane.
And she's covered in watches that just hang from like the coat and the hat. And when she takes one look at you, Sister Maria, and your crazy guess, she says, no one is more outrageous than Molly Mab.
Is that her name?
I'm a sense motive. Is that her?
Yes. And she says, "Yes, 'tis I."
I never heard of you.
Outrageous.
Not really.
I'm from out of town.
I have heard of you. Here's my bluff. Quite wild rumors.
She says, "Well, I don't know who you are, and I don't know what it is you do. So, to be in a place as esteemed as the Sceptered House, I would know who you are and what creed you swear. Please tell me something noble you do or you study."
I am the servant of our Lord and Savior, your Jesus Christ, who nobody seems to understand here in this world, but I am slowly making people understand his love.
A theologist, of some long-forgotten deity. All right, you show some promise. She turns to, let's see, Kudu. What about you, dear?
Kudu's eyeing her weird. Why would I tell you?
And she says, "Well, despite all of my lovely watches, I haven't the time for anyone as bland as you."
Finger most people would say, she paints.
She says, "Dear, how many colors do you have in your palette? Because I only see one, maybe two."
Do you guys tell everybody everything when you meet them?
Yes, I a very open individual.
I'm not telling her everything, I'm telling her the important, strange things. Plus, I'm an evangelist. I need to make sure everybody knows about Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Have you heard the good news?
Yeah. Kudu's just eyeing her weird, like, feeling uncomfortable just telling people about herself that she doesn't even know.
Is the good news that I won't have to stare at this boring feline any longer?
That was out of character.
Well, it's in character now.
Drench walks up to her and waves.
Her eyes perk up. Well, who do we have here?
Does she understand Aquan? Burble, burble, burble.
She seems to recognize what it is, but she doesn't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
However, she says,
Fuck you.
Just your form tells me of someone who has seen many things.
He nods,
You can be anything you want at any time.
Yeah! He's like happily nodding.
And she says, I have so many vases of different animal shapes and sizes that you would fit perfectly into, and you could become those.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if you put a water elemental into like a vase shaped like a swan or something, it has to kind of conform to that.
Yeah.
Or it could.
But then it's in there.
Until you pour it out.
I mean, it can already do that anyways. An elemental can shape into anything it wants.
Yeah.
It's provided it's got the mass to do that.
All right. She says, what is your business here? Not to bore me to death, right?
Sure.
Regrettably, that is probably why we're here.
We're looking for a man by the name of Myakian Mun.
Assuming he's still here.
We know he resides in Casimir and comes here every so often to speak with the esoteric Knights of Evolvement.
Yes, the knights, they come here and they have their little seminars about once a month. I do so enjoy listening in on their conversation. Half of the time they don't make sense, but the creative and imaginative is what is truly stimulating to listen to.
Also, if you have any books about making dreams into reality, we'd like to purchase them.
She says, "None of these books here are for sale, my dear. They are part of my collection."
Or read them while here.
As for your question about Mun, while I know he does come here with some dozen others of his order, I don't know much more about him other than that. Perhaps you could ask one of the knights.
And where would we find one of these knights?
Within their own homes, although they never are much for talking with anyone who don't share their specific interests. But maybe you'd have some luck with a gnome by the name of Etham.
Where does he live?
She tells you that he doesn't know where he lives, but he comes here pretty frequently, a lot more frequently than the other members of the esoteric. But she does tell you that he is the chief shipwright of the Imperial Naval Shipyard. So you should be able to find him somewhere in the docks if he's not here.
Is he here?
She says, goodness, sometimes I hardly notice when he does show up. He's very quiet, an introvert, that one. And goodness, that condition he has doesn't help him. She tells you that he's a gnome, but he's been bleaching for the past few years.
What does that mean?
You don't know what the bleaching is?
I do not know what the bleaching is.
Sorry. Forgive my stupid friend here. Bleaching is when a gnome loses their sense of wonder for the world and starts to fade. It's a condition that all gnomes must fight off.
So it's when gnomes start becoming normies.
It's basically they start turning gray when they lost all their.
They become like super normies, like mayonnaise normies.
Yeah.
It's the blandest of the bland.
It's part of why gnomes become adventurers a lot is because they have to continue experiencing new things that can keep them excited, or they become bleachlings.
Yep.
If they ever
Sorry, do not know gnomish lore.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
My least favorite race.
They used to be until I learned more about them, and played one, and I'm like, I actually like gnomes now.
Are
but
you wearing that tricorn you bought?
Yeah, I'm wearing the tricorn.
So Molly Mab comes back and she says that, no, I'm afraid Etham is not here, but you know, you study religion, but you also strike me as the sailing type. Am I wrong?
Nope.
Aha, I am as intuitive as I am outrageous. And she says that, well, for you, since you are the most interesting person I've come across in these few days, and I'll arrange a brief meeting for you and Etham. You know, he really needs to experience some new things, and I'm sure he would like to hear about another seafaring voyager such as yourself. Just, do please deter your less interesting friends here from trying to talk to him.
Of course. I'll make sure they don't say a thing.
Yes, it wouldn't be good for him.
I mean, I guess he is a bleachling, so yeah, you don't want to
The
bore him.
little wet one, though, he might find amusing. Is he your friend? Has he traveled the waters with? Is that where you met him?
Sort of.
Dredge and I are great friends. We went on a great adventure in what was that town's name again?
Who are we talking about?
Me and Dredge, we went on that adventure in that little town last session. I don't even remember the name of the town.
Oh.
He is my friend, but he's closest with the one in purple.
Now that is the most outrageous thing I've heard all day. Cats don't even like water.
Kudu says, yeah, I don't. But I like him. And he, runs up to her and hugs her.
She says such kindness. He feels so sorry for this feline.
Anyway, we'll have that arranged, and if we may, in the meantime, would we be able to peruse your book?
She says you may stay here a night or so. I'll extend the invitation to Etham. Usually it takes about a few days to muster up the excitement to come and meet new people. So yes, I'll arrange your meeting with him in a few days from now. And yeah, for the price of staying at the Sceptered House for a night, you may relax, lounge, and read any of the volumes found.
Well, there's a chance there's something here that has to do with making dream stuff real.
The best part of the Sceptered House is definitely the outrageous Molly map. And it says that explicitly, run by the outrageous Molly map.
Does she have a picture? Then. Please say she has a picture.
She's outrageous. She doesn't. There's no picture that's outrageous enough for her.
What's her name again?
I don't know.
Molly Max? What?
Molly Mab.
Molly Mab. Alright.
There's well, I have to Google it. And
If you can
think
find a
it
picture
exists.
outrageous enough for her, then maybe
Yeah, I still think it
maybe it'll
exists.
work.
I know a picture that has way too many belts on it. Not quite watches, but too many belts. Like, I think we counted like 27 belt buckles.
She'd tell you that belts were last year's style. To this year, it's watches.
Oh, okay. Watches are pretty expensive, right? I mean, they gotta be like the wind up type kind probably, or ones that run off magic.
This fucking ridiculous doofus.
Next year, she predicts it's going to be festive colored lanyard.
The sad thing is,
Okay.
I've seen like an episode of that show that he's from. It's terrible. I can't remember what it was called, but I remember
It's
it
called
was...
Amnesia.
Oh, okay. Fitting that I didn't remember it, I guess.
I watched like 6 episodes, and this was like my first semester of taking Japanese. And after 6 episodes, I'm like, I think I can speak more Japanese than the main character has said in the first 6 episodes of this show.
Well, yeah, because she's supposed to be like a self-insert character for people watching the show.
Yeah, I
The
know,
target
but that doesn't mean that you don't say anything.
Sure, but yeah, I mean, it was. There's a reason I only watched one episode. Like this is terrible.
But yeah, way too many belts, or at least belt buckles.
So are we done here, or what's going on?
If you guys want to end the session here, we can.
Sure.
Is there more to do, or just...
Yeah, there could be more if you guys want to have your... If we want to skip a couple of days to your meeting with Etham, we can... But it's going to be more roleplay.
Yeah, we could wander around and try to find our own bullshit to do, I guess, too, but... Is there anything on
I'm
the
good with
side you want to
calling
take
it.
care of? Like,
Could
What
walk
was that?
around knocking on everybody's door and say, "Have you heard the good news?"
It might
Maybe-
turn into bad news.
maybe Fingram's like considering writing like a letter to his parents or something to let him know
Yeah,
that
you
he's
could
still
do that.
alive. Because now he remembers
Now
them.
you remember them.
Right. He didn't remember them until about like, a month ago now, but he's like, I don't know.
I can also give people tattoos if they want.
And he hasn't really
You guys
spoken
both
with
have
them
tattoos.
even before he lost his memory and all that. He hadn't spoken to him in like probably years anyway.
Jane's also still with you guys.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
what's
she
Jane
is?
gonna do?
She doesn't know. She's going to keep following you
I
guys
guess-
and helping you for it.
I
You
guess we'll
know,
ask Derek
one
what
of you
Jane
guys
wants to
could
do.
take leadership and get her as a cohort.
Oh, okay.
Do not have good enough charisma.
That way she could
modifier.
level.
Also, I'm
Don't
leaving
tempt me, Matt.
campaign soon.
No. I don't want to.
We'll ask Derek tomorrow what Jane will do when they get to Casimir, maybe if he has any ideas. It's his character.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. I mean, I figure that Jane's probably going off to do something else, but I don't know. I'm sure. Like, I wonder if Derek has like a thoughts
Well,
on like what
like,
her
right
other
now,
goals might
her-
be.
Her whole like purpose has been to try and find out what's going on with all of you guys together as a team, but she has been a little disconnected with you because of the whole dream quests thing.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing too. I was talking about. Like, would we have wanted to like,
And-
all right, like let her go do the thing, the little trial? I guess we don't have the offerings for the Mad Poet anymore, though. So I don't know if we would. Maybe we can't even do it now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm guessing the attribute bonus was because we got all 7.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
actually you only needed 6 for that. If you missed 1, you'd still get the attribute bonus.
Yeah.
Because it's
I think
pretty
it's
much
because
almost
they,
guaranteed that we miss that freaking spawn or the great old one. Like that's a hard one to get.
Yeah, I think it's because they expect that one to be the hardest one to get and the one that is the most time sensitive. Once you start that encounter, once you start that encounter, there's a very good chance if you don't grab it on your first run, then you don't get it at all.
Yeah. Was there any advantage to getting all of them over getting 6 then, or?
There wasn't anything written by the book.
Okay.
But I don't know. If you guys like had pressed the we got all 7, I might have come up with.
No, I'm fine with it.
Maybe if you guys had asked, can we keep one of these dream weapons? He might have said.
Oh, if we'd asked him to help us get one back to the real world somehow.
Maybe, yeah.
Hey, can we get this rod of lordly might in the real world now?
Oh yeah. That thing's fucking boss.
Yeah. I just need to start putting a shit ton of enchantments into this greatsword, make it transformative, and then just
it'd be kind of like a
Yeah, I mean that or the Sunblade really are the two that I'd want to bring over.
Nobody wants the Vorpal sword.
Not really. Vorpal swords. I think Vorpal swords are kind of. I don't know. I mean, it's just we didn't have to pay for it. It's good, but they're so the fact that it's equivalent to a +5 enhancement bonus is just absurd to me.
I'd rather have a keen something over Vorpal sword.
I mean, if I had a +3, no, actually, if I had a +4. Actually, no. Is it technically Keen's only a +1 enhancement bonus, right? Or does it count as a 2? I don't remember now.
1.
It's a 1.
It's just 1, yeah. So a +5 Keen longsword is the same enhancement bonus as a +1 Vorpal longsword, and that's just wrong to me because a +5 Keen longsword is way, way better in my opinion.
It's all because the Vorpal longsword is all about high roll.
Yeah, I get that, but I mean, I don't know. It's
super inconsistent.
Yeah, and there's also some situations where Vorpal swords are particularly useful against certain enemies that they're
against Jabberwocks.
Exactly, the Jabberwock is one. There's a few other ones as well, but the Jabberwock is one of the more famous ones.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, "We're gonna fight the Jabberwock sometime in this campaign."
Maybe.
I'm like, that is what this is here for.
Yeah.
Maybe you do need to take it out of the dream world so that you can have it in the material world for when you fight.
Yeah, maybe. Matt's planning in a Jabberwock sometime late in the campaign.
Yeah, he just homebrews it in.
Or can we just find a Vorpal weapon in the real world? Yeah.
But that might be, I don't know. I mean, that's the other thing too. So we might find out that there is a way to get it over. I wouldn't be surprised if it involves a ritual that costs a bunch of money or something. So you can't just get them for free. But having a way to get the dream weapons over at discounted price basically would be pretty huge. Even if we only could afford to bring over a few. But the Sunblade, like I said, that weapon's really good. And then the Rod of Lordly Might is also absurd.
The Swiss Army knife of Galarian.
Yeah. Technically, the longsword is actually more valuable though than the Sunblade, which again I think is wrong because I think the Sunblade is way better.
We calling it tonight?
Yeah, it sounds like we're calling it.
I think so, unless somebody has something they want to specifically do right now.
No, I'm good.
Do we get any experience?
Yeah, I'm going to give you a little bit. for doing some, finding some people that you need to talk to find this. It's not much. It's 1,600 XP each.
And that's just today.
Yep, for basically showing up in Casimir, collecting your reward, and finding the scepter.
Fighting off the.
Yeah.
We could pretend that it was for fighting off the guys trying to capture the senator. That was a easy combat, but.
Oh well, yeah. Like I said before, that combat would have been a lot tougher if you guys hadn't
been level 8 or 9.
Yeah.
The lunar.
Yeah.
Glower herself is not like. She's not difficult to kill, but she can be really annoying, like in combat, because she judgments and banes her weapon.
Yeah, I just happened to crit her for like 50 damage, and then
and usually like all the guards are also a lot more annoying and threatening because there's so many of them.
The fact that they all got to act on the same, that you gave them group initiative, and then they also rolled really high was pretty rough too.
Well, it was nice that I didn't have to force their group initiative. All I had to do was say they all draw their weapons, and they're all training them on you guys. They had a ready to action.
Yeah.
So as soon as somebody takes an action, it's all of them.
Yep. I thought about that's like the funny thing. So initially my plan was like 5-foot step, maybe spell combat and with my gauntlet since I didn't have my sword out yet at that point. And I was like, and I'll cast glitter dust and blind all the mooks. And then I'm like, oh, they're actually all like panicked and mostly dead. So I guess I don't do that. I changed my mind. I'll just pull out my sword and do a single attack, which I completely missed. But
Yeah, you guys get to enjoy being like over leveled and having really easy.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's nice to have those from time to time. I think where you like I've said this before, but I enjoy having from time to time where you have like a moments where it's like your character gets to do their thing and be really strong, because it makes the you have the times where you're like really struggling. It adds context to that, like damn, this guy's a badass. We normally wreck everything we fight.
All right, but yeah, does somebody have the total XP for Grim?
Yeah.
I just had it in chat earlier for what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And Mantis, how is your next Friday looking?
Should be fine.
Okay. Do you have like an idea of when you might be heading to?
Yeah, it's probably going to be like I'm probably going to miss the last 2 Fridays in June.
Last 2 Fridays
of June. Okay, so that's like 6 more sessions about.
Yeah. Well, okay, so as far as that other person or persons I was talking to about joining the game, I know one of them, at least one of them, is still interested in playing. So maybe next week we could do like I could bring her onto the chat, and we could all talk to each other.
Okay.
Because she wants to talk and see how everybody.
And hopefully we don't, scare people off by talking about too much Guild Wars or something.
Yeah.
Just don't open that can of worms.
Just don't open the can of worms. Oh, sorry, we just talked about Guild Wars for
Pluto,
3 hours.
Remember when we played Guild Wars?
But she already has a character concept in mind, and she's thinking of playing a cult.
Nice. Okay. Yeah.
An occult class?
An occultist.
An occultist, specifically. The occult class, you might say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've actually seen the character a little bit already because she ran it in a one-shot I was running. It's kind of a funny.
He's like the character is male, and she made him kind of like. Does anybody know Murder on the Orient Express? Does anybody know Hercule Poirot, the character?
Yeah.
She kind of made him like Hercule Poirot.
I haven't watched like the Hollywood movie, but I know Poirot.
Yeah, the character has a strong personality and like some facial hair that they touch whenever like on the. Yeah, the character's very detective-like.
I feel like you can play just about anything in this party and be okay-ish.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have a working party anyway. So.
Yeah, even with Sister Rhea leaving, we have Arcane Caster, we have a Cleric, and then we have, Kudu's a Kineticist. So, yeah, you could kind of play whatever you want and to fill in the rest that last slot and probably be fun.
Yeah, well, so if everything works out...
person, but we kind of just brute force our way through those situations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and like, if everything works out well and she starts playing before Mantis leaves, then maybe it might give me some more, like some kind of opportunity to walk the character off.
Okay.
That way it's a smoother transition.
Right, because that's one of the things, because we don't have like an easy way for Sister Rhea to just like leave the story, because at this point, like Sister Rhea is pretty
invested. Not yet.
At this point, at least, yeah.
But it seems like I have a month and a half left. If you have an idea,
then yeah, and if that gives you some time to set us up to something, so
yeah,
it's not like it's something like where like it'd be easy. It'd be really easy if Sister Rhea was like, I don't care about Hazard and Lulz, like I'm gonna it'd be really easy if it was just like, oh, now that we're in Casimir, it's like, because especially if like getting back, if Sister Maria had gotten back his memories or something like that, and then was just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to my old life or something like that. That would be like a way, but.
Yep. All right. Well, that was fun. Hope you guys had fun.
Mm-hmm.
I need to change the front page because this is the old.
Yeah, we're in the next book.
Yeah,
so yeah, like I
said,
stick around. I will stick around for a minute, but yeah, I'm gonna have to leave early tomorrow. Probably it's still gonna be afternoon though, so like a little bit afternoon probably. So I'll be there for first few hours, but I'll probably have to leave early. I might be able to go to 1 actually, even or like 12:30 or somewhere around there. But yeah, got to drive down to Corvallis tomorrow.
All right, let's see. Let me get this picture on there.
Alright, so are we done here?
Yep, we are done for tonight. I'm just changing the whatchamacallit, the book image on the front page.
Passage and Lulz with some stuff in the background.
Some things that shouldn't be all too concerning.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that looks like a Hound of Tyndalos, probably. We've already seen those before.
Yep, the Whisper Out of Time.
Woo! Alright.
And the guy in the background kind of looks like, what's his name from the Sleepless Agency, kind of. But he's probably an iconic.
Yeah, he's the iconic investigator.
But he looks sort of like, what was the name of that?
Oh, you don't remember? The sleepless
Anthony?
agent guy?
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he was like my favorite. I don't think he was particularly useful, like in a fight.
His
but-
name was Allard Hagley.
Yeah, Albert Hagley.
This guy.
Yeah.
He was a gentleman. Ah, greetings. My name is Allard Hagley.
Yeah, I like that guy.
He told you that he's like, I'm a scholar first, but if I must be forced to
Right.
do fisticuffs, then
This guy probably wouldn't look as much like him if the image wasn't like it wasn't in the background, so it's kind of blurry-ish. Like it's hard
Yeah.
to make out fine details. So otherwise, from context, I might almost assume like, well, if I didn't
the
know-
one you're pointing at, yeah, that's Alahazra, the Oracle.
Yeah, I recognize her. But yeah, this dude. I'm sure he's an iconic, but I actually don't recognize him.
So, big
But apparently he's the
valuable day for
investigator.
book. Hound of Tindalos, iconics.
What could this mean for the players?
I don't know. Maybe we're fighting another Hound of Tindalos. It'll probably go. Did we even kill the other one, or did it just
We
run
did.
away?
We
Okay.
got it.
You did kill it, but it was not easy.
Oh no, but I mean, the
They
next time
might
we
be,
fight one,
like,
it'll probably be a lot
the main-
easier, unless it's
They
like an
might be,
advanced Hound of
the main
Tindalos.
enemies of the book or something, and that would be an on.
Oh, we just fight like a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times, like having you fight like the same type of enemy is like pretty decent. Like it's good design in some ways because you get to fight them in like other situations. You get to like learn from
Yeah.
you know you
Second
get to, like,
Darkness did a decent job of that.
yeah. Well, I like that
Reign
idea
of
because it
Winter
means
did not, unless it was trolls.
getting
or
to
minions.
you get to learn ways to deal with this enemy, and then you get rewarded for it in later encounters because you've like learned, you've gotten better about it. Maybe not even just by picking up new abilities, but like just being better strategically at dealing with.
Alright, good night.
I will talk to you guys next week.
Take care, everybody.
Yep, I'll see
Yeah,
some of you guys
Ice
tomorrow.
trolls and sort of frost giants in Reign of Winter were the only consistent and
Yeah, they're like Fae, but like Fae is like almost like aberrations. Like it's a
they come in a lot of different
Faes.
flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then like inside of Artrosia, aside from the frost giants, there's like all kinds of different.
Something different in every room. Yeah. But you know, Baba Yaga's a weird person and collects weird people for
Yeah.
weird reasons. Usually some sort of debt they owe. Alright, I'm gonna head out.
All right, that was fun.
Me
Take
too.
care, everybody.
I'll like I
See you
said, I'll see you guys
tomorrow morning.
tomorrow.
See
Yep.
ya.